With only one match left, let's find out who will be crowned champion.
And then there were two, and Kevin, they are two familiar players, Jared Decker and Mark Stenmark, two Texans. We were talking about Mark Stenmark leading up to this event. Jared Decker is making a name for himself here. And look, he beat Stenmark earlier in the tournament, which means because he's undefeated, Mark Stenmark's going to have to beat him twice.
Jared Decker might look calm here, but he's got a chance to finish out his Cinderella story and make Golden Tee history. But he's got to go through Mark Stenmark in order to do that.
Yeah, easier said than done, of course.
You've put yourself in position again. 2017 world champion, 2 wins away potentially from 2019 world champion. Probably a little bit longer haul this trucking through the loser side of the bracket today than you may have hoped for. But apparently, if you can keep drawing Agave Ranch, you're going to be okay, right?
I'm not. I would not bank on that. I wouldn't bet on that one. So yeah, playing Agave too many times, it's going to bite you.
Right. Jared, if you could please do. Clint, you could. Go ahead, thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Clint Grover, ladies and gentlemen, 3rd place winner. You over here too. So we have our finalists. You're from Texas, right? 2 Texas boys. Houston v. Dallas. HV Dallas. Wear your Houston colors, and well, you didn't have a choice. Have you guys had a head-to-head matchup other than today's tournament? Have you guys met in match play?
I think Jared's 1-0 against me.
Jared's 1-0, all right. Let's see. Dream course. What do you want to see pop up on the course selection right now?
How about Royal Cove?
Fair enough. We'll see what we can do there. Jared, any preferences there, or any please not this?
Probably maybe Pembroke or I don't know, Catadreas.
Pembroke, Catadreas. I think those would both be some pretty interesting matches. Let's see what fate has in store for us, guys. Good luck.
All right, so we're going to take a look as these guys
choose
the course.
Is exciting, yes.
This is, are we going to get Agave Ranch?
So let's see.
Could it be?
Oh.
So you see Russ there, so 5 button hits.
Random.
That's what we've been doing the entire time.
Sandhill Woods it is. I think we've talked about it, certainly the most challenging course in the 2019 lineup. I don't think that's...
I don't think anybody disputes that.
No, not at all. So this is it. This is the championship game. You guys have been watching all weekend long. We are thrilled that you have been. We still got time to share this stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Here's the rundown, and Matt alluded to it. Mark made the finals through the elimination bracket. Already has a loss to him. Jared does not. So it's pretty clear. Jared has basically still that game margin for error.
Jim and Peter will start things off at Sandhill Woods. Let's tee him up. Go for 1, first up.
So it's been a little while since we've seen Sandhill.
Yep.
At least unless this weekend is now becoming a blur. It's been a long run.
We've seen a little bit of everything now, thankfully. We got the good rotation. I rooted for Agave. I'm happy to see something else now. I'm currently Agave'd out.
I'm sure Mark Stenmark is too.
Yeah. Royal Cove, by the way, for those who are wondering. It's about 11 years old? Royal Cove?
Yeah, about that, almost.
Mark turning right one, and there you go. Wow. Wow, he knew it too. So again, that was a great point you brought up too. You don't see that necessarily from a lot of the top players. Guys willing to turn right or left. Why not? 7-mile-an-hour wind or something with that wedge. Do the math, and there you go. So we're off and running here in our championship match. From an experience standpoint, obviously, Mark has been here more than Jared. That's stating the obvious, a guy that's won a world championship. But Jared, throughout the day, these two have played today already.
Yeah,
right?
The first time they've met, and Jared's 1-0 against him, as Stenmark alluded to.
So, and Jared has been tested, certainly. The point you brought up, he hadn't played for a while, but I saw him in the back there getting comfortable, so let's settle in here.
Be interesting to see how the next few holes set up. Most of them usually fairly simple, but hole 5 is going to be the one.
Yeah, that was the one in the qualifier, too, that we saw probably the decisive hole and who made the top 32 and who didn't.
Leading things off, it's golfer 2.
The other thing in watching Mark, and I've said it throughout, is just how hard he hits the ball, the way he can club down and maneuver the ball and do different things. The 4-wood we saw in Agave 18, what was that, a 335-yard 4-wood? That almost went in. It's unbelievable.
He made sure to get all the distance on that one. This is a really good look. You can just...
Yes, it is. It's a great point. This is one where if you just put it out there, I'm thinking maybe we might have ourselves some more shotties.
Oh, 6 feet.
Has a good line.
No shot points on that one. I'm kind of surprised. It was such a...
14 combined feet away. Another really, really good look. Just plop that tee box down and... Okay, shotties, however, I think we're going to get here. We had to wait a hole.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's close. I want to give thanks to Art and 10-0 for shouting out the stream and getting that out there. And thanks for joining us for the
Welcome,
World
guys.
Championship match for the 2019 Golden Tee World Championship. Stenmark, you said, 2017 World Champion, already has his face in the game, actually playing as it right now. Jared Decker, impressive run. I don't think anybody could have predicted his outstanding play. Great player,
totally.
but to defeat a field as big as this and as skilled as this is,
It's awesome.
It's very impressive.
Well, hole 5, Mark didn't have many issues with that.
Well, this was the hole that you always get worried about when you draw Sandhill in match play, because with the new tee boxes, there's so many variables in play.
Saw it a bunch this weekend for sure.
Yeah, I would say half the qualifying
yes, absolutely.
rounds had that happen.
Oh, great chip.
That's a great recovery.
Great
so
chip.
Stenmark, almost certain he's going to make this putt, so he's going to get a 1-stroke lead. But that his chipping is 2-stroke lead, excuse me. But that chipping, impressive to take that birdie.
Yeah, I got the hole out and that, so it's that was impressive though. I mean, that's I've seen it a few times. You kind of plug the hole, you know what I mean? You minimize the damage and keep yourself within striking distance. Unlike Agave, I'd say, there are more opportunities to score, at least some coming up. That being said, Mark has kind of found himself in this role a few different times where he can operate with a lead. It's a lot different, right?
Well, especially for him because he's not the king of the hill.
Oh,
he's got.
Yeah.
If he wants to become 2019 World Champion, he has to beat him twice. So beat Jared twice. So he's pulling out the stops early here so far.
Yeah, it's true. And we saw the situation on Agave. Now he holed out, hit an amazing shot. But that lead that he had, it was a huge advantage. Hit the rock. Now he holed out with the 9-1, of course, no big deal.
Of course, but
But again, those
true.
are the kind of moments you buy yourself at least a little cushion. It's a huge, huge advantage, obviously, in matches like this.
See these guys hitting, big C3 shots, pulling the trackball out to sea and just spinning it all the way out there, getting as much distance as possible. Something you didn't see with the previous tee boxes from Sandhill. So this is an interesting, nice little 6-iron there on the rough. So he's going to lose some spin, but have a better chance of rolling this right up the cup.
Whoa. We're about 3 inches short of it. Oh, great line. Great shot. Great shots.
So for all of our viewers at home, question came up about making the putt for the other players. So it's it's a Golden Tee courtesy at these live events. If your opponent is, I would say 15 or feet away or closer, depending on the green slope, most time just tap it in.
It changes based on where you are in the event and what the event type is. The comfort of the player, I know, impacts it as well. I know some of these guys just don't really care to do it much at all, and that's totally cool. He's caring to do that quite a bit.
No need to putt in when you can do stuff like that.
Unbelievable. So that's the second shot that he's holed out. So two better going. Two better is a very common Golden Tee term now that we're not used to saying because we're not usually two better, but. So now with an even little bit more of a cushion.
Dayton Root says anything within 80 feet's a gimme when Stenmark's in the zone.
It does feel like that sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
Getting more Texans somehow this championship match with our guy Dayton.
Well, I know there's a lot of players and operators and friends from Texas here, and it's so fun to see the Dallas
Good
versus
showing.
Houston. That
14 players from Texas.
14. It's impressive. More than double the other states.
So this situation, I was going to say he's playing it safe. There's nothing safe about it. I think it was going in the hole. We're going to do a shot point check here.
Yeah, I was going to say, we thought
63,000.
Thought Clint Grover earlier in his run was the great shot point king, but it looks like Mark Stenmark is taking care of business for that.
Do you know what? Still, tricky holes, things happen.
Yeah, there's still a lot of Golden Tee left to play.
The foot is down here for Mark, for sure.
Watch the water hazard. Next up.
Both impressive shots here. This hole 10, that tee box they got was not not the most friendly, especially for that turn hole at 10.
Absolutely.
Both really good runs at it.
Absolutely.
It seems like a lot of these par threes are setting up
shorter, high lofted shots. That one had a little bit more wind than maybe we've seen, but you're absolutely right. Mark still with a 3-shot lead here. Again, you are watching the Golden Tee World Championship. We are live at the Orleans in Las Vegas. Could be match one. We don't know. Jared Decker was king of the hill, meaning he won all of his matches leading up to this game.
Undefeated, and crazy to think of the run that he has, and we're going to keep saying that all night long. But two great players, and you're going to see some interesting matchup here with Sandhill Woods, especially, is a perfect course, I think, for a finals match. It really is going to challenge you, and couldn't ask for
I know-
anything better.
Yeah, absolutely. I know people watching at home who maybe have struggled on this course. We see the data. We know it's can really push your game. Probably learning a thing or two. Makes it a little easier when you can hole out on one and also hit a hole in one. Makes the scoring part not as challenging. Or you do that.
I'm running out of things to say when he hits shots like that. I really am.
Impressive, man. So another shot. And a good look.
Yeah, longer look. We finally get a long shot here in a par 3, but nice little driver
There's a
setups
long
here.
par 3. You're absolutely right. But, if you're going to have it over 300 yards or 299 yards, this is the kind of look you'd want at it.
Take out the putter. Ready at the tee. It's golfer 1.
Oh, good line.
Yeah, there you go.
Great line. Great shot.
See the tap from Mark.
Very
The
nice.
kudos.
Very nice gesture. So that's 2 aces and a hole out in this game, man. That's fantastic.
It's a great
Great shot.
And as we continue to get more and more viewers, jumping in the live stream from various sources, YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch TV, thank you for joining us. Make sure you're following Golden Tee at Golden Tee on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Some great content we've got this weekend, and can't wait to get more of that out here. And we're doing a Facebook Live after the World Championship when we scan, our world champion for their
I
face
can't
to
wait
be
to see
in
that.
Golden Tee 2020.
I can't wait to see that. Yeah, we got a fun. You're going to want to stick around regardless of the outcome to just see this whole thing unfold. We've never had a presentation like this, obviously, and we've got special surprise, I'd say call it. Certainly something we've been talking and thinking about for a while, so
Yeah,
stay
absolutely.
tuned. But we got certainly plenty to do before we get there.
Although if Stenmark ends up pulling this off, he's going to probably have to shave that beard or do something so we can
Gonna
make
update
him
his
we
update
can
his
update
face. Yeah. Artists are thinking about a little less, maybe a little less work.
Outstanding. Back to golfer 1. Watch this one back.
Oh, great line. Another one.
It's golfer 2.
Just a little bit too much, but great line.
Well, that's tough too because those woods are not going to get the type of spin that an iron or even a hybrid in certain instances will get on that green.
It's also, too, when the pin is tucked up there, and you got to be mindful of your distance, certainly here.
Shout out to Jay Huber, one of our
Huber. Huber.
Oh, I
Oh,
should
you're
have just stuck
shouting
with
it
it,
out,
but
butchering his name, yeah.
yeah, it's all right. But at least I'm giving a shout out. One of our
We
web
certainly
guys
won't tell you about that.
happens to sit right next to me, but one of our web guys, a lot of the great brackets you see, he put a lot of time and effort into that, along with Paul Kroll. So shout out to everybody
Thanks,
at
guys.
Incredible Technologies for your help.
Yeah,
It's
a
been
lot of work
wonderful
going
weekend.
into this that
A lot
you're
of
not
stuff-
seeing. Behind
exactly,
the
the
scenes stuff.
behind the
Those guys
scenes
did
you
a
don't
great
see.
job. Look at that.
It's about as close as you can get.
Yeah. Interesting look here, too. Pretty, we've seen some really fun shots on this hole throughout the weekend, guys going through the trees. No need here. Can actually give this a reasonable attack.
That was an interesting fringe love
Yeah, it
there,
was.
but that worked out.
Worked out all right.
I'm just going to keep the shout outs going because, Leslie Fawcett on Facebook, great point. It's almost old school versus new school.
Sure,
Stenmark's been around the
absolutely.
game for about 10 years now, and Jared, a little bit newer to the game. It's a really great point, and, two great players.
Absolutely. Good putt there.
A little bit different of a look on 17. We've seen a lot of pins up against that hill going straight at it. This time you got to worry about that right 10 green slope. More great shot
I'll
points.
be honest, yeah, for a hole 17, though, not too bad. Certainly, we've seen much more difficult looks than this.
This one will draw closer. Golfer 2 with a birdie effort.
Good putt by Mark.
Golfer 1 with a possible birdie. Golfer 1, final tee shot. That made it. Nice shot.
It's a good shot.
He's honestly probably better off with, saw a little head nod like he was worried it was going to roll too much to the
Sure.
right. But honestly, you'd probably rather have a putt that's breaking right versus a downslope, less of a chance that it's going to roll over. So, good shot for a hole as difficult as 18 here. As
If you're wondering if Mark was going to lay up, the answer is no.
absolutely not.
No need. So you have it.
All right, so
Round one in the
our
book.
king of the hill has finally been defeated. So it's not over yet. It's
No.
time for one
Actually-
more match.
We're all square here, so we're going to run this thing back. So that was match one.
31-28 on Sandhill Wood. So Jared Decker taking his first loss to former world champion Mark Stenmark.
We saw two. We saw a hole out from Mark on one. We saw a hole in one from him. We saw a hole in one from Jared. That was outstanding play. But 31 under on Sandhill is tough to beat. So these guys now, this is it. This is for $30,000. This is for Golden Tee Immortality. The stakes here are pretty clear. The winner of this match is our 2019 Golden Tee World Champion. So guys, still time to watch. Tune in. I hope you're enjoying this. We are at the Orleans. We'll have a trophy presentation after this. We're going to have interviews. We're going to have kind of a recap of everything we saw. So as
We have the
guys
giant check presentation.
We have a giant check presentation. So here we are, Adam Kramer, Kevin Lindsay, Matt Van Hoosier in the back, who will be doing the interviews. Game two, stakes pretty defined.
Yeah, it does not get any more clearer than this.
Yeah.
The next match is going to determine our 2019 Golden Tee World Champion. So, great match. Jared probably in the back taking a little breather, using the restroom, getting any of the kinks worked out of his game there because now it's all on the line. His first finals ever, his first major tournament run. So he's definitely making a name for himself.
Cadre speech. It is. It looks like so. Let's get to the championship game. Nice putt. Nice putt. Hole one, Kevin. Hole one's been kind of a theme throughout the weekend,
Yeah,
for sure.
We saw it a lot in the qualifier. We saw it a lot in match play today.
I know Jim Zielinski, our course designer, is enjoying this. It's very random. You don't know what look you're going to get. These guys have been taking full advantage. Speaking of new tee boxes, fun shot to watch there for sure.
Oh yeah, didn't have the chance to get up on there the green to putt in for eagle, but that's a pretty straight shot, a straight chip at the hole, maybe even a chush, a chip in with the wood. As Adam, you say you do so well.
I do. It's one of the few points in Golden Tee that I'm not terrible at. So Mark had a little bit of certainly a different look than Jared did there, with a little less green to work with. You know, it just has to change your thought process a little bit.
Yeah, just a little push over to the right, but
There's the chush, and there it is. Wow. Yes, the chush. It may look odd that someone is just hitting a 5-wood as slow as they can, but wind, pin, everything else, that was a perfect opportunity.
clearly paying off for him there at
I'm
hole
so
2.
proud. I'm so proud of this. I'm proud that name stuck too. Chush.
Is that an Adam Kramer?
It is.
Oh,
That was.
another notch in your book.
I didn't invent the shot.
I know.
Clearly, that
I
we
know.
have. That's clearly no. Didn't invent the name. Oh.
Again, talked about this earlier, that, the thought process behind placing a tee for Mark Stenmark. He's got the super spin, so he's got to be careful, mindful of that.
That save is good. Golfer 1, this for birdie. Golfer 1 on tee.
Been seeing this look a lot lately
Yeah.
at this par 5. With the new tee boxes, just going through that little gap and having a straight shot, not having to worry about hitting a big A1 out there to get max distance and spin, or hitting it atop those cliffs.
That's quite a drive. Back again to golfer 1.
That's a good shot.
We've got a full house here at the Orleans. It's fun to also see so many old school players and new fans of the game joining us on the stream. Gentlemen who played back in the Nationals in '99, coming back to watch Golden Tee. So it's just fun to see everyone getting together for this big event.
Absolutely.
And, great matches underway. Cadadrace Beach is definitely going to provide a lot of interesting looks, some make or break shots, depending on setups. And we're just getting started.
Yeah, absolutely. Even on the front too, you don't have to wait long for these. We saw it on 2. We saw one even being a kind of a pivotal moment.
And then, for those of you just joining us, Jared Decker up a stroke on Stenmark from that chush, the chip with the wood on hole 2, straight right into the cup. So
Everybody who watched this course yesterday for qualifying knows what kind of scores you can drop here.
or
We
how many
saw
strokes
more
you
than
can
I
drop
think
as
a
well.
dozen 30 unders. We saw multiple 31s. We saw 32 and a 33 from Paul Lunas. So from a championship standpoint, I don't think you could pick a better course. It's also one we haven't seen in a while. Great putt. Great putt. Putting today in general has been unbelievable from distance. Unbelievable.
Seeing a lot of good fringe putts too.
Yes.
Stuff that normal players might take a few seconds to sit and digest, and these guys are just so good. They're pulling back and
has
whacking
hit
away.
that even beyond the fringe in the rough. He's very comfortable. He does, absolutely. That's a great shot.
Different little look here, Stenmark. 8.5 degree driver around. Wow. That was
For
impressive.
as much as we've seen him turn left and right and bring shots in, but
we talked about the club sets a little bit, mentioned the 10.5 degree driver. A lot of these guys have in their bag for especially a course like Cadadrace here, but also the 8.5 degree driver. Stenmark taking full advantage of that club over Sandhill Woods for game 1, and even with that shot on Cadadrace here for game 2.
Wow. Wow. Turn left that time. Unbelievable.
Cannot say I'm surprised there.
Just a little chip shot here. Well, it's not the worst line in the world, but it's not a good one either.
All right. Good putt. Good putt.
Yeah, it's tough. You know,
It
he's
is.
on the rough there. He has to play carefully. You don't want to, lose another stroke there on that hole.
That's tough. Tried the chush again. Got one worked, one didn't.
But that's the best bad break you could have. You know what? You're tied.
Doesn't go in.
You're not down a stroke.
No question.
You lose the advantage, but there's still plenty of holes left to play, which I think really makes a difference here.
This will kick back.
Nice shot.
More great shot points. I
Yeah.
feel like I've said the word great shot points from getting so close to the hole.
We've seen a lot of them.
The last few matches, it's just been almost every other
Good little
shot.
fringe hop there too. If you're gonna have that one go in, that's the fringe bounce you need.
You needed a little bit more than a
Little
6 mile an
kick.
hour win there.
All right, so we're all square heading into hole 9.
Drivable par 5. Or at least what we've seen all weekend as a
at
drivable
times,
par
yeah.
5.
Still gonna be a pretty good look though. It should be at least.
Yeah, these
From
guys
there.
with the new tee boxes, new pins, you're going to have an interesting look here. You of course have to take a look over there and see if there's an opportunity to get that one stroke lead back.
We saw Mark just kind of know exactly. He saw distance-wise, and then
It's tough, he's in his first world championship, first high-profile tournament.
Yeah,
He just has to take a look and think about it. But I think made the right call. And you're clean.
I've been
you guys
so
are tied.
impressed. Decision-making, comfort level. You can just see him up there. Very natural for a guy that has had this breakthrough run. Whoa. I'm trying to make a point, but the balls are going. I mean, that's been happening all day too. He looks very, very comfortable, very at ease, like he's been doing this and been in this position a lot before.
Both of these guys just dialed in.
Yeah, just a little bit more there. A lot of blue.
This is a tough setup here. That
Yeah, it
not
is.
only you're dealing with a tiered green, but you're dealing with a tiered green that is right there next to the water. So, not going to be too much spin options here.
Now, distance-wise, though, it set up with a good club there.
See Stenmark has the 9 wood, not a club you see very often. Smart move there by Jared. Just get on the green, make your putt, and
Both these guys pushing a little bit right. You don't want to go in that tight corner, and because obviously the thing we've seen also, it's not just the tier, but it's having to chip, putt back towards that tier. Its presence there alone.
Same thing here with hole 11. Sometimes drivable, not as much with the new tee boxes, the new pins, but again, for opportunity at the caliber of the World Championship, calling yourself 2019 World Champion, $30,000 top prize, everything
what
that's
we're
on the
playing
line, you gotta have a good strategy going in. And these guys, like you said, have been doing a great job of playing it smart, and they're both tied. You don't want to take any risks that might break that. I thought we were going to get more great shot points.
They're coming. The way Mark has been playing these shots where he's turning, I would be surprised if this isn't close.
This might be.
We've seen it really the last hour and a half. That 7 mile an hour to 12 mile an hour crosswind. He's not really fighting it, just letting the ball kind of come in towards the pin, and he's like right on or in on a lot of these.
Shout out to our design hole winner from last year.
Yeah,
Always an
beautiful
interesting
design.
hole for match play.
Absolutely. That's really good.
You know, one thing you don't notice unless you've played this course a lot is that elevation change. You gotta hit a club high enough to get over that hill, but then worry about the spin you use because it's such a big drop. And these guys, just making smart game time calls with their shots.
Right, cut the pin in half. Oh.
Ended up with a little bit of a longer putt, but again, smart decision making there by Jared. That tier green, that pin being right there, all that water, the nerves. You gotta make sure that you don't put yourself in the water, especially against Mark Stenmark in the way he's playing today.
Absolutely. Those are the putts that you're often left with in games like this, and you don't have to be off by much to have a shot like that, a putt like that, but they are. When playing for $30,000, it feels a little different, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
She ripped that one. Golfer one.
This is tricky because both players going to have to go around that rock, a little bit of an offset look, that pin tucked in the right corner. You're going to have a little bit of a putt here, but like you said, wonderful go at that.
Great shot there.
Golfer one with an eagle putt. In the cup.
Putt.
Golfer two with an eagle putt. Golfer two now on tee.
This is an interesting look here. Always an interesting hole. Win, pin. This is. It's challenging.
Yeah, I believe in qualifying, I think Mark Stenmark actually tried a full on this and then ended up clipping the cliff, so he's going to be a little bit more, probably a little less aggressive, more thoughtful for this shot here.
This is one both guys will probably think about. And
On tee now. It's golfer one. It's on. It's far, but it's on. Golfer one with a look at eagle.
wow.
That's a great putt.
Golfer 2 on the dance floor. Nice birdie.
So Jared Decker, 1-stroke lead going into hole 16, but these are some of the hole 16 is definitely a tough one. 18 can also set up to be pretty nasty and challenge
You
these
can
guys.
hear the response and seeing the setup internally here as well. It's a great
Beautiful shot.
Great shot.
You hear the crowd in the background. You know, these shots these guys are making are amazing, and really goes to show you the skill, and especially for somebody new to the tournaments, to this kind of caliber tournament like Jared. And then Stenmark showing why he had
shot for
you know,
shot.
why he's had so many tournament victories, because he knows how to shape his shots and do it well.
Next up, golfer 1. Oh no, that might be a problem. Never had a chance. Golfer 2, ready to hit. Back to golfer 1.
Oh,
Golfer 2.
oh man, what a shot.
She's got the eagle. Golfer 2 with a look.
All right. Hole 18.
Tees it up on the closing hole.
Oh, wow. Wow. You could see the holy moly. Like I said, you might see a tough look up on 18, and this is definitely it.
It's golfer 1. She's got a lie in the fringe.
Wow, what a match. What a match. What an 18th hole. We're not done. We're
I'm
not done.
speechless. That's some amazing golf for
My
18
heart
holes at
is
Category
pounding.
Speech. My head's pounding. My heart's pounding.
let's
everything.
get into these guys are going to get into it pretty quickly here. So let's talk. What a way to end the world champ. What a way to end the world championship. Sudden death. Final game, $30,000 on the line. A chance to be in Golden Tee. You can create your old club set, your Golden Tee immortality. So sudden death rules. First change of score, and this thing is over. We're done here.
Yeah, we're either going to get a brand new world champion, or Mark Stenmark is going to join the list of very little that have 2 world championship victories to their name.
So we're on Catadreas Beach. As we saw the last game, hole 1, hole 2 set up pretty interesting. We saw Chush. We've got 2 amazing chippers, obviously, which could change it. So we saw a sudden death game go 19 holes today. We've seen some go 1 hole, right? So we just don't know It's tense in here. It's outstanding. I'm loving it. Hope you guys are loving it.
Thanks
on
again
the
for
stream.
joining us.
Yeah,
Facebook
absolutely.
Live, YouTube, Twitch. You guys have been amazing. Make sure you share.
Share,
This is
keep sharing. We're
this
not
is
done.
a pivotal moment in Golden Tee history.
And when this is decided, don't leave. We've got a presentation. We've got things to do. So let's get to it. Cadre speech. It's going to decide a world championship here.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a look. Hole 1. Is it going to be drivable?
Golfer 2 on the tee. My broadcast partner in the tower today is Golden Tee's original, Peter Jacobson. Golfer 1 on tee.
Tape measure shot here. That was murdered.
Is this wind the problem?
She'll have to aim just a touch right to compensate for the win.
So close. Wow.
2 with a follow-up. That'll do nicely. Good shot. Golfer 2 looking at birdie. Golfer 1 over.
Two very good shots. Shots
Two
these
very
guys
good
probably
and
want
close
to
shots.
be closer. Interesting.
This might come down to a chip or a chush.
Absolutely.
A wood chip as a chush.
You'd like to get it closer, but at least it's on.
Golfer 1.
Or maybe a putt for eagle.
If you can hit it like that. Wow. Wow.
In the hole. Golfer 1 trying for eagle.
Good putts. Good great hole. Onwards we go.
Golfer 2 is ready to tee off.
Another short look at the par 3s.
Absolutely, and a good one.
Hurry now.
Let's watch the tee shot of golfer 1.
Oh, wow.
Again, you're watching sudden death here. Golden Tee World Championship here at the Orleans. First shot gain, first shot loss, and we'll have our 2019 champion.
That drive was supersized.
Ready to tee it up. Golfer 1.
Just like he drew it up. I'm sure that's exactly what he's thinking. Holy moly.
Oh, good shot. A little love, little rock love, and a great shot.
Now, Stenmark has the super spin on his irons. I think you're really going to see that come into play here.
This is gonna
I thought that was in.
I don't know how they missed the cup.
I thought that was in.
I don't know if my heart can take much more. This is some amazing back and forth action.
Amazing. Absolutely fantastic.
Whoa!
Great shot.
One at the tee.
I think it's going to be short.
Call for one. Excellent work. Teeing it up first is called for two.
Oh.
Hope she makes it.
Wow, she's safe. That's pure skill right there.
Call for two with the putter, trying for eagle. Call for one with a bid for eagle. Call for two up at the tee.
That's heading right for trouble.
Call for one at
Great shot there by Mark. Oh, great
Beautiful.
shot. Great answer.
You know, I think the fact that Jared can play some fools really makes a difference. These guys,
We've seen
hitting
both of these guys. The angles here certainly making a huge difference.
the shot shaping these players are doing.
The comfort with it.
I might need to see a doctor after this.
hope he makes it.
No. What a pro. See how he avoided that?
Call for one is ready to tee off.
Come on, get on here.
Going to collapse.
I can't wait to see the footage of the camera on us. And oh man,
Tee box.
Wasn't drivable first time around. A little different setup and look here, obviously.
I don't think you could ask for a better look for this drivable par 5. It's offset, the wind, the 12-mile-an-hour wind blowing to 10 o'clock. I think that's really going to make, we might see some more great shot
par
points
5 here.
Is that enough to get over?
Whew.
Call for one at the tee.
Nice. Right on the green.
Call for one. A rare shot of double eagle.
Putt.
In the cup heater. Call for two with a look.
Very rarely does our commentary get as low as a real golf competition.
To the
but
back nine we go.
way
27
these
holes.
guys are
Let's play a little
playing.
bit more. Actually, more than that. Played an 18 before that. These guys played some golf. And they played earlier.
right on target.
Golfer 1, ready to hit. There it is, Peter. Golfer 1 with a putt for birdie. Golfer 2 with this for birdie. Golfer 2 up at the tee.
This might not be what he wants.
Golfer 1 on tee. Does it have the distance?
Bad news, Jim.
Once again, it's golfer 2.
Good boy, rattling around.
Back
Nice shot.
to golfer 1.
Oh boy, I think this will fall short.
No worries. Golfer 1 on the dance floor. And that's 3. Nice eagle. It's golfer 2.
Short look here on design. A hole last
Yeah.
time they had a farther back pin.
Actually, looks like a pretty good look.
But this is a really
For a
good
tough
look.
hole.
That 12-miler wind at the elevation change, it's going to make a difference here with their backspin.
Right on the green. Biscuit for breakfast.
Here is golfer 2.
Put the putter back in the bag. Don't need it.
Golfer 1 with a shot at eagle.
And breathe
Teeing it up first.
for a moment.
Golfer 2.
That'll draw closer.
Great shot. I just took my pulse. It's not healthy.
Good thing I didn't bring my watch.
It's not healthy.
This is spinning back. Golfer 1 to hit. Hitting near the green.
This girl's magic around the greens.
Golfer 2, this left for birdie.
And Mark Stenmark is your 2019 Golden Tee World Champion.
Unbelievable.
What a match. What a day. What a tournament.
I lost count of how many holes of sudden death they were in.
I can breathe. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yes. Oh. Yeah, buddy. I wanted to know what that would look like, and now I know, and it is outstanding. I'm not cleaning that up.
Wow, impressive play by both guys. Mark Stenmark, two-time world champ.
I'm gonna let your heart rate come down a little bit. It was a lot of golf right there. It was a lot of really, really good golf. So let's start with regulation. Let's go back to what was that? 15, I guess. You guys were tied up. You know, a little back and forth in there, but got tied up going to 15. Pretty tough look with the pin stymied over there on the right with the left wind. Looked like you tried to maybe not necessarily be aggressive with it, but kind of stayed out to the right on you a little bit.
Well, okay, yeah, on that whole, we have a lot of you hold that.
I have to do something here, man.
All right. Yeah, no, there's a lot of missed putts on that hole, and with the wind the way it played today, I didn't want to carry to the green because that would give me a long putt, and I mean under this pressure I probably would have missed that long putt. So what I tried to do was the way it sloped there, it sloped down a little bit this way. I wanted to catch that bump and then drop it up softly, but I hung it out a little too far right, so when it hit that bump, it carried right. Then my chip caught the fringe coming up in it, and it kicked right immediately. So, and yeah, so he took that one-stroke lead, and man, I thought we had those looks. I was like, I'm praying for a hard look on 16, 17. Both of those were pretty friendly for experienced players. And then we got down to 18, and I was like, man, that might be tough enough to where someone can mess up, but also not impossible to where I have a chance to stick it. And Jared had to go first because he was leading, and I mean he picked the right shot, and he hit it just a hair soft, and I don't know how the heck he got it up on there, but normally when I do that, it comes back in the water. But he got it up there, and he chose to chip it instead of putt it. It was kind of deep in the fringe. I probably would have done the same. Just went out left on him, and it put us in the extra holes. And all I was thinking was extra holes is, please don't let me lose on a chush on hole 2, because he just chushed in on me in regulation. But it was drivable, and we played. And I hate to see it lost on an error. But I tried. I gave it a couple chances to go in. He gave it a couple chances to go in before that. Sure. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy, and hats off to Jared.
What can you try to summarize in words what the second World Championship here means for you personally, I guess?
Well, I mean, for me personally, I mean it's basically what I've worked for the past 12 years playing this game, playing it religiously. Obviously, most of us here do, and I mean it's just to get a second one. I mean, it means the world to me. It joined the ranks of Greg Kinsler and Andrew Haas and Chris Eversole, who couldn't be here, but it means a lot to me. Yeah.
Well said, Mark. Congratulations, you are the 2019 Golden Tee World Champion, Mark Stenmark, ladies and gentlemen. Come on over here, Jared. Again. Absolutely. Jared, you played spectacularly all weekend long. The qualifier, you were way up there, running through real well, and obviously all day, King of the Hill, right? I mean, you were on a really, really great run there. Just a little bad break there good break, then bad break, right? With 18 and Catadreas there. Can you try to say what has this day felt like for you? I mean, really, you haven't made a really deep run of these tournaments quite like that yet.
No, I don't play too many tournaments. I play a few, local. When the PGT comes to, close, I'll play. But if you told me I had made it to the finals a week ago, I would have said, you're bullshitting. So I'm just flat out. I'm like, I would have side bet. I would have side bet that I wouldn't. So I grinded it out to get here, and it was a lot of fun. And yeah.
You said it absolutely correctly. Your screen name's The Grinder. You grinded it out to get here, and it's been a great run watching you, and congratulations on your second place finish. What do we do now? What do we do now? Mark, what should we do now?
Here we go.
I'm going to hand the microphone over here. This is Don Pestione, Vice President of Amusements at Incredible Technologies.
All right, great job, gentlemen, ladies, fantastic. Couldn't ask for better. Stens, what are you doing? All right, I'd like to present this to you, champ, returning champ, or 2007, back again. Congratulations to you. Wonderful job here. Shake my hand, my man. And most importantly, you have to go to a big bank to cash this. The big bank. Well done. Well done. Congratulations to everybody. Matt?
Oh yeah, sure. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank my mom and my two aunts and my grandmother, my uncle's girlfriend. They all made the trip. They all drove across country to come out here and support me. They're my golden groupies.
There you go, yeah. You haven't had to use your mouth the whole day. Keep on smiling, baby. Stenmark smile. Can I also get the other top finishers up, please? Top 74. Derek, jeez. Clint, Greg, I think it was, Ben, Jared, come on back up here. We have more hardware up here for you guys. Rick, if you're in the building, you can come up too. For those that weren't here earlier, Ben Furlan was our silver bracket champion earlier today. I've seen the Stanley Cup guys do some pretty crazy things with that cup this year, so let's see what you got. Right there in front of you, boys. Right there in front of you. You can smile big for the cameras. There you go. Yeah, come on now. All right. How about one more big round of applause for our champions up here? Congratulations, guys. Great job. Thank you to every one of you for coming out here and supporting Golden Tee and competitive Golden Tee. Like Kevin said, make sure you sign on to the socials. Other than that, the machines are open for play. Watch out for the confetti, that's right. Kevin, Adam, back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Matt. I'm still trying to catch my breath and get that heart rate over 20.
What a match, what a day. We have so many people to thank And I think we should start there, and we'll talk about the matches. But first and foremost, Matt Van Hoosier, who's been the third member of this team, has done a wonderful job. So, Matt, thank you so much. Thank you to Boyd Gaming. Thank you to Atomic, who is doing the production you see. Kevin and I we're giddy with excitement watching this unfold and watching the shots that you're going to see on ESPN in August. We're going to condense that thing somehow to 22 and a half minutes.
There was so much good
So
good
we've
footage.
got so much to do. Thank you to the Orleans. Thank you to Incredible Technologies, our ownership, Elaine Hodgson and Richard Ditton. They were here. We saw them earlier. Thank you guys for the support. We're going to show you some action of
let's
some
take a
things that
look.
happened today, and we'll certainly talk over some of these.
Some of the best shots throughout the weekend, throughout the qualifier of the World Championship.
Look at that. Boom.
Holdouts,
A lot of that.
chips.
A lot of unbelievable. The play today, this was all day, man. We've been here since 11, and look at all of these. Some of the putts we saw. Jeff Lannon's putt comes to mind. Jared had some unbelievably great putts late with playing for $30,000. So if you were tuning into the stream, we hope you were. This is just like a snapshot of what you saw, which was great shot after great shot.
So much intense
I can
action. I'm trying to get there. Thank you so much to everybody on Facebook,
Yes.
Twitch, YouTube. Really appreciate you guys joining us this weekend at Golden Tee on all the social media platforms. We're going to have so many great photos, videos, action shots. I can't wait to get back
Content
to the
literally
office.
for weeks and months. I mean, honestly, we're overjoyed. And now, Jared Decker, as you guys still watch all these amazing shots over and over. And to me, wow, that was a really good one. Yeah, to me, this kind of summarizes just what we saw for 3 days, which is just incredible.
What an event. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. For Kevin Lindsay, I'm Adam Kramer. We will see you next year at the Golden Tee World Championship.
The stage was set, and the players did not disappoint. We saw heartbreak, upsets, crushing defeats, nail-biting victories, and dreams realized. Jared Decker made a name for himself, and Mark Stenmark cemented his legacy. Who will step out of the shadows next year and take their place in the spotlight? Could it be you?